something that I call a discipline hack will really help you in your AI agency, because if you improve your discipline and you become more disciplined, you will be able to just make more money, get more work done, and especially if you have any experience in running an AI agency, you know that sometimes it is not fun. There are things that you really do not want to do, but you have to do if you want to actually take this business off the ground or scale it further. You know that there is a lot of ambiguity, there's a lot of things you have to figure out, so discipline is absolutely like required for running this type of business. This is why I have put here probably the most iconic figure when it comes to discipline, and the most iconic phrase when it comes to discipline, to just stay hard. So what I'm gonna show you in today's video is something that I call a discipline hack. So how you can, I genuinely believe this to be a hack to some degree, because for me personally it really helped me with becoming more disciplined. So I'm just gonna share it with you, because obviously if you guys are into like AI, you obviously know that this word is amazing and people are hyping themselves up about it, but when you actually start to develop this technology and build it and place it in businesses, you know that sometimes, especially the ones that are developing it technically, know that there is a lot of stress and just discipline that is required. So this is why this video is going to be very useful, because I'm just going to show you how you can deal better with things that you don't want to do, and how you can be more disciplined. So it's like a sort of a hack. So what we will cover, first point is what is discipline, then I'm going to show you how you can improve it, and then I'm going to show you at the end of the video the hack from the title. What do you think? I'll just tell you at the start of the video, so my watch time will not be that high. No, you gotta wait. Oh well, like, seriously, let's just get to the point. So look, first point, what is discipline? So what I think we need to first like even make very clear and define is what is discipline. So how I would describe discipline personally, and how I think a lot of people would actually like agree with me as to what discipline is that discipline is your ability to either not do something, so stop yourself from doing something that you want to do, or force yourself to do something that you don't want to do. So let's just say here you are, and here is your brain, and you have sometimes impulsive emotional desire, right? So let's just say impulse. Let's say you have impulsive desire to either do something, and then you have to force yourself with the discipline to stop doing it, or not even start, or you have an impulsive desire to not do something, and then you have to force yourself to actually do it. So at first principle, discipline is just resisting the impulse to do something, or resisting the impulse to not do something, right? So if you have an impulse, let's say that you want to go out and scroll your social media for an hour, this is an impulse you have to resist. So here we would go into the stop, into the resisting the impulse, which here is just written as stop. Or let's say you want to like you're sitting down, you're starting to, let's say, I don't know, write copyright copy for your ads, let's say, because you're going to start to run ads for your agency, and you don't want to do that, and you're trying to just go and do something else. This is when you have to force yourself to do something. So at first principle, discipline is literally just impulse met with reason, and then decision. That's what literally discipline is. It's just you have an impulse to do something or to not do something, then you stop and you reason. So you use your brain, because obviously the thing with discipline is that the impulsive things are very irrational. Like if you were to sit down anyone who's scrolling, and you would ask them, most of the people, especially if they are into like online business, self-improvement, making money, and with this space, which yeah, you probably are, and if you're watching this video, and you would ask them, hey, listen, like, do you think what you're doing right now is productive and it's actually going to help you achieve your goals and what you set for yourself as an objective? And they obviously will tell you that no. So they are aware of that. This is bad. So the impulsive things are not reasonable. Like very often the things we have to prevent ourselves from doing, or like just use our ability to control impulses, are very irrational. They are not logical, right? Let's say if you want to go and scroll, this is your brain, your brain hijacked by the algorithms and the design of those apps that is literally just hijacking your dopaminergic system. And just, okay, I'm not gonna get into that topic. It's another conversation why you should perhaps not do short-form content, watch short-form content as an AI agency owner, perhaps another video. But we can agree it's very illogical, it's very irrational. So we have to use reason. We have to stop and think. Okay, this is an impulse, but should I do it? Is it logical? Should I do it? Is it reasonable? And then based on that, you need to make a decision. So if you see this at first principle, keep in mind it can literally happen in less than 1 second, right? So the thing is, and keep in mind, this can literally happen in less than 1 second, right? So it's a very subconscious mechanisms where you have an impulse and you will decide whether you follow that impulse or not, and then you make a decision and you pretty much just act, right? Because the thing you will act upon, whether that would be reason or impulse, is a decision, right? So looking at this first principle and understanding of what discipline is, which is just resisting your impulses to either not do something or force yourself to do something, how we can improve it. So what you can do, if you look at this graph and the fact that it's happening very much, very quickly, subconsciously, very often, is that you need to just train your awareness to remember, oh, I'm getting an impulse, but it does not mean that I have to follow it because it's maybe not reasonable. So perhaps instead of going from impulse to decision, you can go from impulse to reason to then decision, right? So what you can do is pretty much for 10 to 15 minutes a day, just minutes, right? Just, my drawing is horrible, so you're gonna forgive me, but the production quality is this is what you can expect as a production quality. From 10 to 15 minutes, just meditate, right? Because what meditation does, it trains your ability to catch the impulse. So at first principle, meditation is just you breathe, right? It's not some woo-woo complicated sitting on a rock in Thailand and having some weird yoga pose and doing some weird things. It's literally just breathing. As you're breathing, you probably will get distracted. So distraction, you will probably start to wonder about random things. Then you become more aware. So you're aware, oh shit, I actually started to wonder about what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then you bring it back to breathing. And you repeat this cycle for 10 to 15 minutes, right? And I'm very heavy on meditation because there is at this point so much empirical scientific evidence that states that this process is very, very, it can literally change your brain, physically, neurologically. It can rewire how your brain is functioning, and it can, okay, I'm gonna get into the entire scientific literature, but as I said, for those who are interested, if you go to Consensus app, which is an AI search for research papers, you can ask what are the scientific evidence for meditation benefits, and you will see. But what this meditation will do is it will increase your ability to catch yourself as you're getting an impulse and a reason. So because this literally trains you from getting a thought, so you get distracted, so something happens randomly, impulsively, subconsciously, and you train awareness to bring it back and decide to go back to the breath. So it's literally training your ability to be more aware of what's going on. So then you're more likely to catch the impulse and reason. So that's what you can do as an improvement to catch yourself when you have to apply reason. And actually, every single time you do this, it's like a muscle. So the more you do it, the better you get at it. You can also go about, and there's a video from Huberman on his podcast with David Goggins where you can just go and literally see that there is a lot of science behind it, why actually you are stronger every single time that you force yourself to do something, and it is easier to do it later on, and it also craft your identity around being a disciplined person, which is another thing, but identity is another topic for another video. But right now that we have got what is discipline out of the way and how you can improve it, which is just meditate, because discipline is just catching yourself with impulse and deciding to resist that impulse. So if you meditate and you're better trained at catching impulses, you will be able to just it's going to be easier for you to catch that and be more disciplined. So right now, the hack you've been waiting for. And I don't want to get too philosophical with this because it's probably not what you're expecting, because maybe you're expecting me to tell you about some, supplement or some, weird habit or something, but it's not that. Look, so a lot of people have this negative, perception of discipline. We look at those sort of, this message of, yeah, stay hard, you gotta fight, it's so horrible, it's you gotta go through it, you gotta push for hell and everything. And excuse me, even though discipline is hard, being disciplined is not pleasant, obviously, why do you have such a negative view towards it? Literally, think about it, because probably when you think of discipline, you're like, oh yeah, man, I gotta fight it, there's the inner bitch inside of me, I need to win, it's so painful, etc. But why do you have an approach, why do you view it in this way? Think about it, because look, achieving your goal, let's say you want to make, I don't know, whatever amount of money a month or annually or quarterly with your AI agency, is literally just a cause and effect. There is literally like chain of cause and effect actions for a certain period of time, right? This is time. That if you don't quit pretty much and you just take actions with reactions and action with reactions and you create like a chain of cause and effect, you will later, sooner or later, just get to your goal. Like it's pretty much a cause and effect, right? If you just pick your niche, if you actually provide them a valuable product, if you actually learn how to market this product, if you actually learn how to sell it and then how to deliver it and how to build operation systems and your team around it, it's pretty much impossible for you not to make some money eventually, right? Even if it's going to take years, which probably it will. So if you think about it, discipline will allow you to either stay on this track or move faster and get to your goal. So why so many people have this like negative like perception of discipline, like, oh yeah, I don't want to do it, it's so hard, it's so painful, I hate it myself because I have to force myself. But think about it, discipline, let's say those little dots represent the situations where you have to discipline yourself, actually probably way more than that, but those little dots, let's say, represent your situations where you have to discipline yourself, right? But in my opinion, the hack towards discipline is completely rewiring and re-engineering your relationship to discipline. Because look, discipline is a lot of pain, right? You probably don't want to do something. If you discipline yourself to do something, it's probably going to suck, it's going to hurt, right? But if you start to be hyper grateful, if you start to be very literally happy, like literally, if you don't want to go and do something, if you have resistance towards doing something, you don't want to do it, why feel negative about it? Think about it. If something is hard, right, and you've been blessed with the awareness that this is hard, right? This is awareness. If you see something as hard, and then you have the awareness that this is hard, why be sad about it? Why have like negative feelings? Literally, why not just see the awareness of something hard and be literally grateful, be happy that something hard is happening to you? Because think about it, every single time that something requires discipline out of you, or it's hard or it's stressful, if you push through it and you figure it out, you will literally become stronger, more disciplined, you will solidify and just cement your identity around being a disciplined person, being a person that deals with hardships. And if we look at this graph, if you build, let's say, your identity here, at this, like here, let's say you build your identity, then the remaining part of achieving your goal is going to be so much easier, because here, if you build the identity, because you repeatedly pretty much show yourself that you are a disciplined person and you discipline yourself, then it's going to be significantly easier out here to actually achieve your goal, because you're going to essentially you just have the identity of already being a strong person. You will have more stress resilience, you will be stronger. Literally, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's a very great saying. So that, in my opinion, the hack to discipline is to completely re-engineer and rewire your relationship to hard things, to painful things, to things that require discipline. And instead of seeing them as something bad, as something hard that you have to push for yourself, you push yourself through and be sad and you have to, scream at yourself. Literally, the harder something is, the more stress it causes you, right? Let's say you deal with some stressful things in your AI agency. Let's say people are asking for refunds, you have to deliver projects, whatever the case may be. Literally, the harder something is and the more stress it causes you, the more complicated it is, just become aware that this is, depending on your spiritual beliefs, which I'm not going to get into, you may see it as a gift from universe, gift from God, or if you don't believe in anything, you can just objectively rewire your relationship to that and just brainwash yourself into thinking that this is an opportunity given to you that will make you stronger and will turn you into the person that will be able to achieve your goal. Think about it. I think we're gonna agree on, if you want to achieve your goals in your AI agency, you want to scale it to past some degree of like financial revenue, you will have to take yourself to a different person, right? You will have to transcend yourself, change yourself, because the current person you are is simply not capable of doing that. Because if you would, why would you have a goal? If you would be that person right now, you would already have that goal, which is another conversation in terms of mindset. But think about it. Why would you hate the only opportunity that you can get to become that person? Because think about it. The only reason you want that goal, like let's say of X case per month, is because it's a rare commodity. So few people have it. This is why you want it so much. So why would you hate your struggle, your need for discipline, your need for focus, and this pain, if this is literally a gift from whatever you believe in to turn you into the person that will achieve that goal? Think about it. This is not easy. This is not fun. This is not simple. I mean, it is simple, but it's not like easy. It's hard. So if you want it, it's because so few people have it. Because it's hard. So if you have an opportunity in form of being disciplined, in form of just having the ability to force yourself to do something and become stronger, why on earth would you hate something that is literally... Imagine somebody approaches you and say, hey, I remember you wanted something. Here's like the necessary tool to do that. And you will be like, man, no, please, oh, come on, alright, let's go. Why would you have this attitude towards discipline if it's literally the only reason you can achieve something? Think about it. If you want to get to your goal and you are presented with a situation that will require you to stop yourself from doing something or force yourself to do something, and as a result of that become a stronger person, why on earth would you hate or dislike something which is an opportunity to become the person you need to become to achieve your goal? So the hack to discipline, in my opinion, is to approach every single hardship, every single time where you have to discipline yourself, every single stressful situation as a gift for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. This is an opportunity to become stronger, to become more stress resilient, to become more disciplined, and as a result of that, you will get to your goal. So in my opinion, the discipline hack is to simply love the painful things and see them for what they are, because they are an opportunity to build an identity and a personality and a skill set of somebody who will achieve your goal. So do not hate the discipline. Love every single hardship, because it's an opportunity for you to turn yourself into the person that you need to become to achieve your goal. So the hack to discipline in one sentence is to have the attitude and a relationship towards hard, painful, stressful things that require discipline, not in a bad way, but in a positive way, and see them as an opportunity for growth. Take care.